Hello everyone. As we have discussed in the last video, today we are going to talk about some more PLSQL functions. Let's talk about a very important function which is known as decode. Decode is a very utility function which can be used in an SQL statement. It is a kind of IIF statement or if statement we generally use in C++ as we use ternary operator, something like that. What's the parameter of decode function? Let's see. It's decode. First you give the option, say a variable name, say x, and this, if this value of x is say some value 2, then the return value will be as we expected, say 12, else will be say 15. So this means that if the value of x is 2, then return 12 else 15. Today we are going to see a very simple program by which a simple SQL statement where we actually what will we do? There is a, suppose a table, sales table, and in the sales table there is sales of item, and this in sales of item, no, let it be sales table, let it be an item details table where there is sales as well as purchase. In case of sales, what happens, quantity is deducted from the table, from that respective item, from the respective store, or go down, and in case of purchase the item is added, I mean it's positive. So what happens in the table, we will not store any negative quantity, we will only store the quantity, and there will be a flag which will determine whether the material is coming in or a material is going out. So by a single SQL statement using decode, I will show you that how to calculate the net quantity which is in the store, in that item, in the store, in the go down. So say the name of the table is item detail, which is say the store, and the name of the fields are say item code, quantity, and say in out, which is a flag. It can be either yes or no. Now we write select item code decode. In out, if it is yes, then quantity, else minus quantity, which is say we give it an alias name qty. Now if we print run this SQL statement, we can see there will be item quantity, it will show quantity, positive quantity if the material in out mode is y, and it will show minus quantity if the in out is no. You can also extend this. We have given that if it is y, then quantity, else minus quantity. You can also add a parameter, say if it is n, and you can add multiple conditions. If it is y, then quantity, if it is n, then minus quantity, comma, if it is null, then you can set positive quantity or negative quantity, whatever your logic is. Now see, this gives quantity and minus quantity as output. Say suppose there is item code, the result is say screw, and alias will become quantity QTY. Now say let us also give in out mode here, in out. Now in out will be, suppose yes, then the quantity is say 120. So this is purchase. Now again screw, now the in out is n. Now the result will be say purchase, say sales is 150. So now we are going to write an SQL statement where we will get the net stock in the net stock. What is the stock in the item details? Stock in. So we will write select item code as it is. We will not write in out mode, we will get the net quantity. So we will use the sum function. Sum, as I think you know what is sum function, it aggregates all the column value. Now in out y, then quantity, if n, then minus quantity, sum function ends, say the alias is sum QTY. From, I am sorry, I have not mentioned the table name, some mistake. Now if now the result comes, the result will be like this. Screw, this column will not be here, and what's the result? 120 minus 150, that is minus 30. Now see, the screw can be there multiple times. Suppose there is a date in which the sales, there is sales, a date when there is purchase. Now it aggregates all the records, all the quantities regarding, depending on in out mode, whether it is yes or no, it aggregates it and get the result as minus 30. Now see, there is no negative quantity. I am mentioning the negative quantity in the decode statement. If it is n, so this is the decode function. It is very useful. You can interpret any type of variable, any type of value, whether it is by quantity, whether it is rate, whatever, and you can set the condition in a single line SQL statement. You don't have to write an PLSQL block. You don't need a PLSQL. You can also do it in a PLSQL block. You have to write 10 or 15 lines of codes, but it's not required. You can only write a single SQL statement to get the whole sum of stock in quantity or stock out quantity. There's a, I think there's a mistake in the logic. It will be actually in out mode as in, if it is in, or I can say, oh, okay, it is I. In out mode I, in out mode O. O means out when it is minus, and okay, it's a mistake in logic. Now you can understand. It's about a simple example about decode statement. Now we are going to show you some live example. There is a table called employee master, which contains a field named mgrade. emp grade, which contains two values. Just a moment. W and S. W means worker, S means staff. So we can simply write a select statement as select decode emp grade W, then interpret it as worker, else if staff, then staff, else none from employee. I'm sorry, I will give a decode statement. I mean distinct, otherwise it will print all the records. So see, staff and worker. Now this one I will do with another useful statement in PLSQL, that is case statement. As we have done, if you have done Visual Basic, or if you have done C, in C, C++, it is switch case. In Visual Basic it is select case. Here it is case. So the format is case when. Case is the starting, end is the end, the block is case and end, in between there is condition when. Emp grade W, then worker, else staff, end. Here also we will give a distinct, otherwise all the records with emp grade will be displayed. Let's see. Yeah, it's staff and worker. You can also put in another one, say when emp grade equal to S, then staff, end. Else part is optional. You can put also else part. You can put none in else part. No result will come. I'm confident about that because I know the tables, data in the tables. So this is another useful thing which is known as case. So it is the block which start with case, as you can see here, which ends with end. This is a block, and this is all the statement between. There is when field name equal to which is a condition, field name equal to value, then this, when this value, then this, and so that's it. This is all very two very complex type of functions which can return complex things. Now let's talk about some string functions, which is very simple. As you can see, this is if you want to print some report in SQL prompt or in text format, I want to say in SQL prompt, in Notepad, text for, or in other text editor. If you print, you see all the fields, all the field lengths vary in length. Name of some employee can be 20 characters long, some employee's name can be 40 characters long, and it will be in very unequal, distorted format. So in this case there is two functions which is very useful in Oracle PLSQL, which is known as LPAD and RPAD. LPAD means left padding, RPAD means right padding. So suppose what happened in LPAD. Let us show you one thing. Suppose there is a name called Samuel Jones. There is a name called Mary Carey. Samuel M. Jones. Now see, these two names vary in length. Now if there is age here, if we print their age, suppose 32 and 22, see, they are distorted, they are not in aligned format. Now if we use, suppose and there is another thing, this string name always are left aligned in our standard formats, and numbers always are right aligned. So we will pad this name, that we will pad it all the space right, and in case of numeric will space, all the space will be padded on left. Now we will take a standard width, say here it is 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30. Here also 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Just make it like this, it will be obviously 30. Now in this case, see, we actually print this extra space is padded with right pad functions, and suppose we also pad this one, but this will be left padded, it will be right aligned. Say it's not possible, but for sake, say Samuel M. Jones is 102 years age and he is 22, so there will be right pad in case of this. So this is right padded, left padded. I put left space on this, and I put right space on the name. Now I will show you something here. Suppose select imp name, date of birth from employee master. It is, we cannot show it here because it is already padded. It is already padded. So I can show you some example where it is not padded. We can also pad this one, it's not a problem. Suppose we use LPAD. LPAD you can understand because right pad, it is already right padded, so it's not possible to understand. Suppose I read LPAD 50, give it an alias imp name, see what happens. See, it is left padded, all the characters are shifted to the right and is left padded. And if you calculate the length, all the name width of this imp name field is, everything is 50 characters. So right pad you cannot understand because right padding cannot be explained here. Precisely, if you want to make it more clear, we can see space is actually optional in LPAD and RPAD. So if you don't put any third parameter, it obviously takes space. Suppose we put 0 here. Now see what a blunder will happen. See, my god, it's a real blunder. It's looking all garbage, gibberish. So 0 is left padded. So we can also show you with the RPAD also, because we have put 0 here. RPAD, we can make it asterisks here in place of 0. Let's see. So it is a very useful function by which you can set a fixed length when you are printing report. In case of when you are using, suppose if you know text IO package and you put it in a, or you put DBMS output .put line, so it will help you to print in a uniform format. I'll explain you a few more functions which is very useful. One is upper, one is lower, one is replace. Let's see, again print the name. Emp name from employee, master, where make it short, row num less than equal to 20. Now see, I will just make all the name in lowercase. So it's a very simple function which is known as lower. Select lower. Lower is a function which can be applied on string. The whole field string in the field can be put to lowercase with the lower functions. See, as it is in the upper function uppercase, so it cannot be showed here. You cannot understand how upper functions works. So let's write a dual, okay, write a hard-coded string. Suppose this is becoming very disgusting. From dual. See, it's converted to total uppercase, so it's very simple now to understand. Now see, replaced. I'll use the same thing, same string, constant string, and I'll just replace disgusting. What string to be used, what to be replaced with, and what to be replaced and what to be replaced with. I don't know, English is not right. Disgusting is will be replaced with say, might be interesting. See, this is becoming very interesting, very interesting. So it's a replace function. You can use it in a large database, huge database, and replace. It's at the actually see the when you apply replace in database, either if you don't use update statement or insert statement, whatever. If you don't write it to the database, replace does not replace anything in the database. It just return the string. See, there is no out parameter in the replace argument. They're all in parameters, and you just take the arguments and it returns the value you need. So now what will happen? It will return. I suppose it will return null. Suppose I change this one. I make it AAA. It does not find the string. What happened? It will not find the string. Yeah, it returns the old string. It returns the actual string. Okay, it does nothing matches. So this is replace. Now see, let's talk about another very important interesting function, LTrim and RTrim. If you are aware of Visual Basic environment, Visual Studio, you know there is a function called, there are basically three types of functions: LTrim, RTrim and trim. What LTrim does, LTrim cuts, it actually removes all the space from the left side. RTrim removes all the space from the right side, and trim removes both the space from left hand side and right hand side. It happens in database where there are unnecessary space added when you are transforming data, you are transforming from one database to another, one type of database. Suppose you can import it from any text files. Okay, that's using SQL loader. It happens that garbage gibberish data, garbage data comes out, spaces are added. So trim, you can use update statement to trim all the field characters, strings, to remove all the spaces and update the database. And you can also use select statement to just print it, removing the data. So now see, I have used one SQL statement, that is RPAD. Okay, select RPAD, disgusting. I think I have to print another thing. Say, please stop here. Stop here. See, let's increase the space. I think you are not getting it. Make it 100. Yep. See. Oh my God! What a space is there. Oh, man. Bring it in one line. I'm not going to use set line size now. It's still there. Let it be. Now see, I will use rtrim function here. Rtrim. I don't need to stop here, isn't it? It will remove all the space. Yeah, see, all the spaces are removed. Remove the trim. I don't want to confuse you. I just will bring it back to the original 60. You have to keep it in one line. Yeah, now I will use the trim. Just compare it. See, just compare the two. The right space is removed. Same way, make it LPAD, but I will keep the rtrim. See what happens. It's not removed because I have used rtrim. So I will make it now LTrim. Trim from the left. It's all again to the same position. So this is what about rtrim and LTrim. I hope you can use it in your when you write program. It will be convenient for you to use it. So that's for now. I hope you got some help from this tutorial. You can also comment me or give feedback if you have any question or any doubt about learning through this tutorial. I will be coming with a next tutorial with more PLSQL functions. Thank you.